Overwatch is the game for me. So Overwatch, Colin, we got Lucio unveil.
Yep.
Before we got the Lucio, oh no, this is the same time. No, we got the Lucio unveil, and we also got two new maps that were unveiled. Um, so my initial, just looking at the character when I first saw him, I was not impressed with the unveil that they did, which was I think it was just the ability video. Is that what they showed
Yeah.
first?
I'm not sure. I don't think they showed everything. I had to dig. They uploaded everything at the same time.
Yes. So I looked at that and I was just like, I don't really feel like this is a cool character. I thought it was kind of like one of those, and I'm gonna pull up the video for you guys. I felt like it was just one of those characters that maybe they thought looked cool, offered up some spunk, but didn't really have anything that was like appealing for me, especially considering it's a support player. Oh, I'm lagging.
Are
Stop
we?
it, internet. That's fine. I think it's because this video's pulled it up. I'm about to play it. And come on, where you at? Monitor. All right. I can't actually tell if this is all displaced now. So weird. I'm gonna go ahead and mute it just so you guys can see. I don't know how much of this. So you guys can get a better picture of this. There we go. That's better. Okay, so anyway, after watching the gameplay, he does. He exactly looks like he's out of Jet Set Radio. After watching the gameplay, I was actually much more impressed with the character. I thought he wasn't going to be very appealing to me, knowing my sensibility as like a movement specific character. And they opened up with that wall running, Colin, at the
Yeah.
very beginning of the video, and I was like, "Oh shit, I want to play him right now." Immediately, like what you guys are seeing right now. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh shit, I got to play this character." I didn't even care what his abilities were. I didn't care anything about him at all. I was just like, I got to play this character right now. Please just let me play him. So, um, for those that don't know, I just love like high mobility characters in general, which is why I was so gung ho on Tracer before really the videos even came out. They just kind of showed that trailer, initial feature trailer, and I was like, she can teleport. I probably want to play her. So, what was like your general opinions of like your initial impressions of Lucio?
He seems good. I don't think he's gonna be like a powerhouse. You know what I mean? It seems
Yeah,
like it's very much like if your team or if you want to play with that style, like of just raw aggression and just pushing people, then that's the character to pick. It's gonna be interesting to see like which heroes he combos well with, in terms of like who really benefits from the extra move speed. Because you still have to be like, in order to play that kind of style, like the up tempo, aggressive pushing, it's lots of just oh, you're in the open a lot. You know what I mean?
so my initial like yeah, my initial gut reaction of like one character that I immediately thought would pair well with him was Zarya,
Yeah,
because she's kind of like a slow bruiser anyway. So it
and
was
she would
like
benefit from the heal over time because she
yeah. So I
gets
was
to
like,
stay alive.
get the heal over time, get the movement speed boost. I was like, that seems like it'd be a pretty good combo. Outside of that, I was like, I don't really know.
Yeah,
Um,
it could be cool for just breaking up timings. Like I found certain maps people get places quickly, then it breaks things a little bit. I don't know. I guess not when the door's all open in Overwatch, so like maybe it doesn't matter.
right, it could be.
Let
Um,
me get to this doorway first, and all of a sudden have five people shooting at you as the doorway's open.
that would that would be the worst. I know that's gonna happen so much on this map because just you know how the maps are on this.
Yeah,
It's just like one corridor. Let me go down this corridor, or some of the other maps we talked about with the homogeneous map design. Speaking of which, We're actually on one of the new maps in this gameplay called Numbonia? Numbania? Uh,
I'm just laughing because I know you're saying it wrong, and it's a real life place.
I'm sorry. I don't. I can't pull up the name of the place to pronounce it correctly because I'm not looking at the document since we're watching the gameplay.
Numbani.
Numbani. I was close. Give it to me, Colin. I was close. Anyway, so this is one of the maps, very colorful, especially in contrast to the other map, which is Volskaya Station.
No.
What is it?
Oh yeah, you're close. Volskaya Industries.
Ooh,
I think it's Skaya though.
Volskaya, Volskaya,
Volskaya Industries.
Volskaya Industry.
There you go.
Russian, clearly. Uh, that Colin, the knockdown. I saw that. Did you see that when the player got knocked off the map
Oh, from
with
the
the
knockback?
knockback?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yes, yes.
There's
Please,
be like
please
so
let me
few
troll.
areas, so
I
few
know, but
areas that'll matter.
please just let me troll. I'm gonna be doing that to people that are really, really bad. Speaking of which, we're gonna talk about the match. But
Speaking of which,
speaking of which, Colin,
people being really bad. Speaking of which,
this dude went on a 12-player kill streak, and some of the guys that he was shooting against just did not do much of anything. So maybe this is just that real good player that we're watching that's been kind of consistent with the gameplays that we've seen kind of released.
yeah, I don't know.
But he was dominating with a support character,
I'm
which
kind of
is how I kind
curious
of
how
picture it.
much damage the plasma rifle thing does. His primary, like, as a person who played lots of Quake, like seeing the plasma rifle was like, oh shit, that's gonna hold down hallways so damn well.
Yeah,
You know, you just spam it, and because they're kind of like fast moving projectiles, it's like you can't really just dip out and shoot. You have to take some damage if you want to trade.
right.
So like, could potentially be good, but it doesn't really fit the niche of the character at all. You know.
Yeah.
But I guess if you want to stop and heal, you know, like use your heal over time for a bit, then you can spray.
So anyway, the
Just
maps.
fun.
Get back to them. Pretty stark contrast between. I'd say the color palettes of one. One the Volskaya Industries is like a very subtle blue red hue, and as opposed to this very colorful, bright, vibrant, looks like it's full of life type place. And I think that's actually they probably did that on purpose, right, to show the contrast between the two. I think they kind of fit well. Map design, I feel like, is very similar to what we've seen with the other ones. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, I mean they're all corridors, man. Which is what was interesting when they when Hi-Rez announced like Paladins, which has like some similarities to Overwatch, but the map design is like wide open,
Well,
large
yeah,
maps. So
very
like
very different.
the fact that Overwatch is all corridors actually makes it pretty distinctly different in that regard. But yeah, all the maps essentially are corridors.
I'm wondering if they're gonna have a very open map and a different, like a completely different game mode, so you can kind of see like how the game plays in an open environment. Because I feel like it would be very different. Um, and maybe some of those like hit scan Widowmaker characters might really go to town on someone like uh, why can't I think of his name?
Like
Winston.
Winston or Farah even.
Yeah, who has
Anyone
to
who
who's
has to shoot
jumping
up in
up
the
in the
sky.
air all the
Yeah.
time to shoot down on you, getting sniped like
I'm sure
crazy.
they've tried that kind of stuff at some
Probably
point.
didn't work.
Yeah. I don't know. They'll have more room to experiment once they have like a full map pool.
So I'm gonna try to pull up the other map here. Brag Logic notes real quick. Capture. So you guys can see these maps. This up.
Yeah, there's some areas like Bait Angel was saying. There's some areas that are pretty wide open, but they're usually like the first stage, like after you leave the base, because they want to encourage the attacking team to be able to take a foothold on a small part.
Right.
But then everything kind of devolves into choke points. So like, there's a little bit of variety in that sense. But then like at the end, everything boils down to two or three doorways.
You're fighting in the streets. You're fighting in the streets. So yeah, I mean, you look at some of these areas, you can tell there's a couple open spots, and then we've seen this map after map after map. A couple open spots here or there. Like this particular shot is a great one. There's a lot of open space. But as you start moving around, obviously you can kind of see it's kind of condensed, very linear. And that's, again, that's probably a testament to their game mode design, which again, I wanna reiterate this. It's like year two of this game is gonna, I think, be a little different than year one in like what they have to do to keep people interested in the game. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see very open map design or very different, very different game modes. So I personally I thought this is interesting choice of color palettes. I think they're gonna have a lot of very cool stuff with their maps.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be lots of nuance between the maps as well. Different little power spots that play differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, the maps look fucking awesome. And the readability across them all is really high, which I think is the most important thing.
Yes. Very important. Um, Speaking of like the readability of the maps, and this kind of goes in. I'm kind of leading this question. Do you feel like there's any do you feel like there's any characters that are going to be difficult to see against some of these maps, like hard to spot in general?
Nothing they've done for so far. Seems like gray and brown are like their main colors for the map palettes. So like as long as they don't use those colors in excess, but usually they have like some flair of like red stuff. You know what I mean? That
Right.
can call out. Like McCree is brown, I believe, color scheme, but he also has some color on him. I don't think they're in a problem. It's pretty
Okay.
cool.
So there's one other thing that I want to mention. Actually, there's two more things, but one of them I want to mention to you, Colin. I don't know if you saw this on Facebook. I did. One of I guess technically he was one of the owners, so therefore he was our boss. But it's Sean though. Sean Wells, Colin from
Oh,
eBash, posted a picture on Facebook showing the ability to install Overwatch right now.
you read the comments though, right?
No, I didn't see what the comments were.
He was in offline mode, so he could make it look like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I told him I sent a hitman to his location before I read the comments. I was pretty salty when I saw that.
Yeah, I got super salty when I saw that happen. I was like, "You can play that already? There's
I
no
got double salty
way."
because A, the idea that he was in and I wasn't, and B, the idea that he had lied, and then he got my hopes up that the beta was coming, and and it wasn't.
Oh, thank you.
So
Well,
he got me twice.
yeah, I'm now salty that he would do such a thing.
Yeah, you got to do because of Facebook's new thing where they don't show the comments.
Comments, they didn't show any of the comments. So I was just like, I'm so salty right now. I was so mad.
Facebook got you.
All right, so that's that one thing I want to mention. Next thing I want to ask you, Colin, now that you're all moved and we've kind of been talking about how we want to reformat the show. In addition to that, we have kind of put a hold. I'm actually going to clip this section for YouTube specifically, but we kind of put a hold on our Overwatch videos because we knew this move was coming, and we talked about restructuring some stuff um, when we represent how we want to do Overwatch presented on the channel. I was thinking that it might be time, man. We start trying to put together these team compositions and start having that game theory, Overwatch game theory breakdown where we talk about what teams are going to be the most dominant. Team compositions, not teams, because obviously.
Yeah, I want to crank out some vids.
Okay.
Just need to get fully situated.
You were in slow mo just a little bit there. Yes.
Just need to get fully situated.
situated there.
I'm probably still gonna be that way. It still says yellow call quality.
No, you're good now. Uh,
We're changing the show to like straight variety hour, by the way, right?
yeah.
We're gonna do just straight skits and stand ups.
Game theory already copyrighted? No, not in that sense. More like meta theory, metacrafting 101.
You gotta get over something in there.
Over metacrafting, Overwatch metacrafting. Don't take that, y'all. That's coined. Watch someone's gonna have it. Pissed. Anyway, so that's our Overwatch news. We are moving on to some Gamescom stuff and news from this past week leading up into today. Where the hell is my current topic at? If you like this video, you should probably click on the one down below. That'll take you to another video. You may like it. A little bit about me. I'm a former pro player. I play PC and console, mostly shooters. I also have a gaming podcast. I do tips and tactics, live gameplays. Check out my Twitch. Also, I work in the industry. Why are you not subscribed?